everybody, back to the world of DayZ. We're going to go back to Namalsk tonight and carry on from where we left off. We might be joined later on in chat by Mart. We don't know yet. So, hope everyone's having a good evening out there. Obviously this will be going out live, also recorded and released later on as an episode. Let's see how we get on. Been a few days since I played. Been really busy with work and such like. But I'll be on this now. For the ones of you that watch my live as well as recorded. Today's a Thursday that I'm recording on. Just need to check the flag. I haven't been on for a few days. Yeah, it needs to be raised. There we go. Where were we? We were originally going to go to that bloody thing, weren't we? Oh, we got a little bit of gear out of it. And we ended up with lots of AKs, remember rightly. Going to keep that one though, I think. That's a sensible option. Do we have any food? No. But we have the tin of tack bags, which we've got about one mouthful left on it. So that's all I allow people to have because I'm really kind. Not. Okay, so let's eat our one mouthful of tack back. Can I open up? No. Getting a survivor mission and getting some real food is massive for us in this server. Makes such a difference. Right, we have our firelighting kit ready to go. We have a fish on us. Okay, we did have some food. Okay, we had a fair amount of food ready to go. That's good. Spare mag, sharpening stone, which we don't really need there. Let's drop that off. We've got a reasonable knife on us. Actually, we could take it with us. Hi, Savvy, mate. You all right? What we do need to do is wait for morning. That's the next big thing. So it's currently 2:45. So we need to get through the night, wait till morning, and then get out and get ourselves. Do we have any wood in there? No. So first job is to get some wood, get a fire going to get through the night with, and then get out on the ground. Go back on our original mission that we were doing before we very luckily got the AK supplies. Carry it. Okay, take those two. So we still have to do a run to outpost because we need MVGs and we need a better rucksack. So that's the ultimate aim. Bimble our way up here. We still need to get another airdrop. It's getting cold enough that I can play Namalsk in real life. Yeah, I imagine it is. Hopefully with less shooting and wolves and bears. But you never know. It's getting a little bit colder here in the UK, but nowhere near like Canada cold. I experienced Canada cold, but I experienced it in September and that was cold enough. Alright, Savvy, next wipe it won't be cold. Just be lots of gas fields to worry about. Yeah. We are still secure, aren't we? Yeah. Good, good, good. Right then, let's cut one of these into firewood. That's a little bit cold, mate. It's a little bit cold. I can see your issue there. Oh, come on, game. Let me stand up. Come on. Attach. There we go. Open. Open. Do we have any ammo to get a piece of paper to get this lit? Spare log. Maybe not. What's going on with you guys? How's everyone doing? Doing well, thank you, Alan. Thanks for popping in. Appreciated. I'm just trying to get a fire lit on the Namalsk server I play. It's a little bit cold. I need something. Paper. I need paper. That's what I need. But we'll make do with... I'm going to give you guys some basic MVGs by giving you a gamma fix. Grab myself a torch. I've got one. There we go. Battery in it. Yeah. Right, let's pop that in my hand. Well, there for the moment. Stick that on my head. There we are. We have... Yeah, okay. That while we sort this out. Okay, let's get some heat on. Let's get one of them off there. Use the wallpaper. Thanks, Savvy. So useful. I just... How would I survive without you, mate? How would I do it? Did it put it in there? Stupid bloody game. And now it's wet through, isn't it? I don't really want to go to this one. That's my survive out in the ice pack. But we need the heat. Right, once morning gets here, then we'll carry on with our original mission, which was down to here, across, and we're going to go for outposts because we want MVGs and a better rucksack. That's the aim tonight. Or do we go sub? Come down cross. Difficult. I enjoy watching your streams, just something about the way you break it down. Very fascinating, DayZ player. Your streams are always satisfying to watch and I learn something every time. Thank you, that's massively appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just think I try and discuss what I'm doing. I'm not a perfect player by any means. I enjoy it. I think that's half the battle. I really enjoy it. And I enjoy the challenge. And the explaining it bit, because I want others to also get something out of it. But that's really appreciated. Thank you. Oh, server restart. No, unstable connection. I always get that. It's just, and it's my own server. We'll be back in a second. I just gonna wait a minute to be logged off. No one else seems to get it. I do. I don't know what it is, and it's only this server that does it to me. Yeah, we've got to be logged off the server before I can get back in. I've set the log off to a minute, so to stop people combat logging to a certain degree. Not that we have that much combat on the server. Most of the deaths come from the environment. So obviously you get a mixture of this server, which is more of our us against the environment, and then you catch sometimes me and Cookie playing on the different server, which is more PvP and base building and raiding and killing people, where here it's more about against the game. Still a chance of PvP. So what I'm doing is, because I'm playing Namalsk, down here you've got my temperature gauge with a plus in it. You want to keep that plus as long as you can, because that will give you a little bonus to your heat. And on the mouse, if you're playing the mouse on PC, press tab. Over this side, you've got this. If I take that off, I get away from that bit. Let's try it here, over here somewhere. Would be a better idea. Up here, you've got a frost thing, and once that gets right across to here, you've got frost resistance. Because I died and it's a new character, I'm right back like nil frost resistance. So frost resistance helps because you can go longer without getting cold. But we need to up our gear. We were lucky last time we played that we got the aircraft that had crashed, or we got the survivor mission, and we picked up another couple of AKs. So we took one with us. I'm taking one out with me, a pristine one, and I've got another pristine one for emergencies, which is really nice. And I'm leaving some mags behind because I don't want to take all my ammo with me. As you can notice, I'm a bit of a base builder. I enjoy my base building. And then for this trip, I've got... I'm going to stay next to the fire. I've got my water there, which has also got... Let's put that... Also got food inside it. I've got fire lighting kit in a dry sack, so it can go through water. I appreciate that makes DayZ mixed PvP to me the secondary aspect of the game, but the initial you versus the world challenge is what really drew me into the game. 100%. I'm not a natural PvPer. I'm late to the game of PvP. For me, it's about surviving, which is why I build bases and I try and get supplies in, and I suppose, like, to a certain degree, I plan things massively. Don't always go according to plan. So I know that I'm going to come out, I'm going to move to the shoreline, I'm going to make my way down to about here. We might stop and have a fire here, depending on how I'm feeling, how it feels when we get there. Then we'll swim across, make our way up, come back, make our way home. And we hope to get out of that a better rucksack and a set of MVGs would be perfect. And then at some point I need to make a trip to sub and rinse and repeat, basically, and get the stuff out of the sub. At some point we'll need to make our way onto this island and go right round the outside looking for filament so we can make a suit, which we'll need to get out to the oil rig for, with an NBC suit as well. There's a lot to be done, lot to be done. But it's all about planning for me. I'm ex-army a long, long time ago, and I really enjoy DayZ. I like the military aspect of it. I like the survival aspect of it. I don't mind the zombies. I think they add to the game. They give you, it's an environmental threat. Yes, I have built the server. I have put extra bears in and extra wolves in, but what I didn't do was put them into separate files. I mixed them with the ones that are already in there. So where we are now, a month and a half after the server went live, I don't remember where the extra ones are. I know where one of them is. The rest I'm not 100% sure. So they're just as a threat to me as everybody else. Two of our players on this server, actually most of the players on this server, are far more experienced in Namalsk than I've ever been. Not my favourite server. But because we've only got a 20 slot server, I've tried to pick servers that work for up to 20 people. So they're not too big a server. There has to be a... If I ran Chernarus as a map with 20 people, you could play a whole wipe and never see anyone. As long as you stay away from populated areas. So a lot of this was about making sure that there was a chance of bumping into people, which is important. I need to put that there, put that there, put that back to there. That's still disinfected, that's good. And get my disinfectant there. We do need more meds at some point, and we need another dry bag because that's our only dry bag we've got. And a run out to where we're going. Oh, excellent, a storm coming in when it's dark. That's perfect. What time is it? It is 4:10 in the morning. Okay. Are we going to take the torch out with us on our trip? No, I don't think we are. We don't have a spare one. We do have a spare map though, don't we? That's where the crossbow ended up. In my moment of not knowing where to put it. Oh, and that one we don't. Yep, I have 2 spare maps in there. Well, I'm very excited to see what happens from the game in 2024. Hopefully get some good things in the works. I'm sure we will. I think there's no way of knowing for sure until we get the roadmap next month. But I think they're setting us up with the little updates they're doing for something big, something really big. My feelings is the game will move fully into Infusion this year. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, there is that. But we're all used to it. If they suddenly now changed how inventory works, we'd all be like a little bit lost. No, I think they're setting us up for a full move to Infusion. Personally, which is why the the fog that came in with the last patch, I think was about making it easier, giving more FPS to PlayStation and Xbox. The trees that they're changing in the next patch is about FPS. I think it's all setting us up for a move fully to Infusion, with potentially the next map. But who knows? If I knew all that, I wouldn't be doing what I do for a living. I'd be working for them. So it's all guesswork for everybody at the moment. How long have you been playing the game for, Alan? You've probably got more hours than me, in all honesty. A lot of my hours are in building servers. How are we doing on there? I've got one wood up there, one in there. Okay. Right, I need to get ready to lie down once this happens. We can probably get our torch off now. Yeah. Put our torch away. Put it in first aid. At least I know where it is. 10 years. A damn sight more than me. Massive sight more than me. So I watched Frankie plays DayZ from day one. I remember you saying you started on PC then switched to Xbox. I remember now. Thank you. Sorry, I am 51 years old. My mind's like a sieve. So I watched Frankie plays DayZ from beta, from mod. Watched him right through, thinking to myself, there is no way I'll ever be good enough to play that game. I don't do PvP games. I'm too late to the party. And then somebody said to me one day, give it a go. And that was about 4 years ago, realistically 4 years, a couple of weeks ago. So I've been playing 4 years. I've just, yeah, it's all I play, really. I flirt with other games, but DayZ's really all I play. I'm so glad I did come across. I love the game. I'm just not very good at PvP. But I enjoy all the other aspects of it. So I put up with the fact that I'm a bad shot and I don't have the reaction times at 51 years old just to play the rest. And by making servers like this, very unkind to new players, I feel that honestly because of challenge that I love. Yes. And then I make server, the idea of this server was to give me something that I could stream and make content on, that would be a challenge. And this is not, we're planning the next server to come in 3 months time, or 2 months time now, that will replace the Namalsk build with something equally hard, but something different. But the idea was to make something that I could make content on. Savvy, I've played Fortnite once. I will never play it again. Though, the British Army now have a Fortnite build, which is a bit embarrassing when I was told about it yesterday at work. And they have a Fortnite team. It's all a little bit like, oh guys, please. I suppose they're sort of catching up, aren't they? I mean, how many years is it since America did America's Army? Alan, as you might have guessed for that, I work for the military. I'm civilian. I'm ex-army, as I said a long time ago, but I work for the military now, but as a civilian. But yeah, it's embarrassing that they have a Fortnite team. But I get it, because if you want to recruit people, you've got to be playing the games that your 18-year-olds play. And if your 18-year-olds are more likely to be playing Fortnite, that's where you're more likely to pull those recruits from. I just don't get it myself. Fortnite is a game that I'm too old for, but I want to get my 10-year-old who's staying up 40 past his bedtime. Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite is a... I don't play games in third person. I just can't. My head doesn't work in third person. I can play Lord of the Rings online. I used to play that in third person, but it's different. But something like this, for me, has to be first person. I have to see it through my eyes. We're just waiting for the storm to finish, guys, because there's no point going out in the ground and getting knocked out. And hopefully this means that after the storm, we should be able to make it out to here and home without another storm. Hopefully. Or we'll die in a loud and grotesque military manner and start again. Oh, why has it lost my inventory? Disable, apply, enable, apply, back, continue. There we go. Yes, yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. I need that immersion. I need to feel that I'm part of it. I really enjoy VR, though where I live, I don't have the space to play it. When I had a VR headset, I kept punching the ceiling. But I like the fact that you feel like you're inside that world. I mean, I've been gaming for a lot of years now. And it took me... up until arguably DayZ, I mostly played single-player games. But all of them were your Skyrims, your Fallouts, your Far Cries, something where I could get into the character. And I was playing Fallout 76 and I was taken kicking and screaming into Nuclear Winter, which was my first real PvP stuff within near time frame. When the original Counter-Strike came out back pre-2000, I was playing that, but I was a lot younger. My reactions were quicker. When I go onto a server in DayZ and I press V to lie down and it puts me to third person, I feel physically sick. I don't, it's just not me. I get why people do. It just, no. So my hope is 24 brings full infusion to X and PlayStation and PC, and hopefully, fingers crossed, limited modding to X and PlayStation. I say limited modding because we all realise that you don't have in the consoles, because of storage, the ability to have all the mods that PC has. We get that. But having some limited modding where a bit more than you got now would be so good for X and PlayStation, to be able to have servers with a trader, to be able to have servers that had snow on them, to be able to have some different maps would be amazing. So hopefully that will come this year. As much as I'm a PC player, I'm a DayZ supporter. I want DayZ to do well. So I want updates that comes across it. Unless you jailbreak your Xbox. Yes. Yeah, but you can't have that as a... You can't make that a requirement, really, can you? So I'd like to see it go full infusion, and I'd like to see mods come to X and PlayStation, and a new map for all 3 platforms. I think that's would be a really good 24 for me. But the 24 I want is full infusion. Let's get rid of this 10-year-old code and bring everything up to date. And then bring in things like broken arms. Unfortunately, I wish I could overclock my SSD. Yeah. The thing is, X is so close to being a PC. With you on there. Yeah. Let's get rid of the old code. Let's go to something new. I don't mind there potentially being a DayZ 2 in the future. Depending on how they do it. I understand that BI are a company and they need to make money. So at some point there will be, no doubt, something where they want to sell it. Because there needs to be a return on their investment all the time. And I want them to carry on developing the game. But at the moment they've got their hands full with armour. So there'll be a little bit of work done. But once armour's done, we'll see what's going to happen. So voices, here they come. I think just don't want to have to relearn everything. Yeah, with you on that. I'm worried that I'd have to take another 10 years to learn everything again. 100% with you on that. Yeah, I think they recognise that. So where there might be some changes, there won't be massive changes, which is why we're getting little changes here and there. You know, next patch, the fact that we, at last, any silencer we use will work against zombies without them running towards you. I'm just trying to protect my massive time sink that I have synced into the game. Yeah. It becomes life. All that matters is DayZ. Right then, what time is it on the server? What did I drop? I dropped my AK. Right then, let's get out on the ground. We have a mission. And it's a bloody blizzard. I'm doing just over 1,000 hours a year, but I'm also developing servers, and that takes up time. So a lot of time I'm spending on the server isn't always gaming. Some of it will be writing a server. Eventually, my aim will be, once I can run a server at home, so I don't own my own house, I rent, but when eventually I end up in a situation where I'm in my own place, which will happen, then my aim will be to have my own servers running. At that point, I would like to have an Xbox server running, as long as I can make something survivally. I would love to learn how to make my own server. It's an element that has always made me nervous because I'm not good with computers. It's not that difficult. I might do, when I'm setting up the next server, I might do some live streams of what I'm doing and show it off, because it isn't that difficult. Go that way. It sounds a lot more difficult than it is, but I'm happy to talk people through it. And it's not stupidly expensive. The only thing, obviously, with X and PlayStation, which we've spoken about, is getting it to the point where I need to go outside that wire, don't I? Pushing there, over there, okay. cool. I'd love to see that. Yeah, so I'll aim to do some when I'm starting to build the next server. I'll do some live streams where I'm showing what I'm doing, setting the server up, and talking through the process. Or I'll do some recorded streams just talking through it and where the settings are and what I'm doing and showing the testing of it. Because the problem with doing it is I'm building a server that's going to have a surprise in for the players. So what I don't want to do is give away the surprise until the server goes live. But certainly the basic setting it up and talking through how I'm planning things like airdrops and putting mods in and manipulating the map and showing all that sort of stuff. More than happy to do some videos on it if that's what people want to see. To show actually how easy it really is. Depending on who you get your hosting with, in all honesty. Not all providers of hosting are the same. But I will happily show you that. Basically, I'm on leave, so I'm doing the next wipe at Easter, and I'm on leave for a week at Easter, so I'll be doing the wipe at that time. So I'll record some content that then I will make live, or I'll pre-record it when I'm setting stuff up, and then when the server goes live, I'll release that at the same time. That way I'm not giving anything away, and I can edit out anything I don't want people to see until they find it. The next server we run is going to have a competition on it where people can win a physical prize. I'm going to have, there's an item that people can collect, and let's swap that over. Oh god, we're already wet through on boots. This is going to be a nightmare. We need to get over here, we need to have a fire, and we need to dry ourselves out before we get frostbite. So yeah, so there's something in the game, something in the map that we're going to run that whoever at the end of wipe has the most, either by farming them, by using them to trade with other players, or by raiding people for them, I will post one of the DayZ maps to wherever they are in the world as a prize. So not a massive prize, but we're going to run a prize for the server build to try and encourage people, should we say, to take part. But I'm more than happy to talk to you offline about how easy it is to set up a server and the costs and things like that. Not an issue. See if I've got a link for my Discord here. Don't know if I do, actually. Probably not. At some point I will put a link to the Discord in. I must have given a link out to the Discord by now. No, maybe not. But more than happy to talk you through what's involved. It's not an issue. Even setting it up for Xbox and what you'd need to do. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to get people to interact with each other. Be that raiding, be that trading, be that double crossing each other. Be that, you know, Irish who plays on here but not a natural PvPer, more learning DayZ still. For him it could be he'll offer to help people build their camp by chopping down wood for payment in this item. Microsoft is a pain in the ass to work with when you talk about modifying their products. Yeah, but they're allowing it on Reforger, aren't they? So Armour Reforger. So there's hope. There's hope. Let's just be thankful Microsoft didn't buy BI and lock it all down. We are going the right way, aren't we? Mark 3, yeah. Yeah, we're going to need to have a fire this side of the ice because we have a mission to do. Hi Virus, welcome in. As I said earlier, Mark might be joining us in chat later. If he does, he'll be on the server and we're not working together. So while we'll be chatting in chat, we're certainly not on the same side on this server. But he's but the admin team, we share a chat channel. How are you doing? Virus, welcome to the chat. Thank you, Alan. So I'm going to stay clear of here. I don't want to hit that camp. I know it's not got anything in that I need. And this is not ideal. I mean, I'm losing health, but I'm losing health because I'm wet through. Okay, we're going to need fire. Let's delete that one. Got that. We're going to need to dry out. Don't come south then. I'm in a bad DayZ mood. Not long, just sticking my minions in cages. Okay, mate, no problem. I believe you have people down south at the moment. Well, that flag's dropping on that base. They have starting to build out. Today, been editing videos. That's the one thing I can't. I wish I could improve my video editing skills. That's the one thing I don't get my head round yet. Great to see all these DayZ players. It's amazing. Okay, I don't get video editing at all. Cookie, who I often game with, gets his head round it. I'm like, yeah, that'll do. It can go live now. It's my level of video editing. Yeah, I need a bit of bark, don't I? So I don't want to use up any of the other stuff. But I need this boost to my heat. It is, isn't it? How I always put it is people will kill you and then afterwards teach you how to be a better player. We need to get that dried, that dried, that dried. Oh, come on, you stupid game. Right, into hands. Yeah, people will think nothing of shooting you, but afterwards they'll go, right, and this is how to be a better player. It's great. Hello, mate. Minions in bed?
Yep.
You've just missed a storm, like a proper storm. We're now in a blizzard.
It's alright, I'm in A3 anyway. Shh.
Shh. Don't tell anyone. It's alright. You're not on the internet. Well, maybe. So hopefully the extra RAM will make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Tell you what is annoying.
What's that, mate?
when you load in when you're in A3, your suit doesn't close. So you've got to be pretty quick shutting the visor and putting the oxygen tank on.
Alan says there's no secrets on the internet.
No secrets, no secrets.
No secrets at all.
Jack's on. Hello, Jack.
Yeah, it's Thursday night. Let's get this plus symbol and then get back on track. Here somewhere. I spent all day today at work going, I'm not coming on tonight, I didn't feel like it. I'm not. It's been a nightmare week at work. And then as we got closer and closer to 7 o'clock, I was like, maybe I'll just do a couple of hours streaming.
Yeah.
Come on, give me the plus symbol. I need to get out of here. Because we have to go for a swim. But on a plus point, when I played last time, I got myself I wandering along when I was going to go to Outpost.
Mm-hmm.
And I got sidetracked into a survivor mission, which I completed, and came away with some new AKs.
Nice.
And mags. And a full tin attack back. Godsend. It really felt like having a reward. Right, we have the symbol. Game on. Oh, come on, I didn't want to smack the door. You stupid game. Alright then, let's go for it. I love it. So I'm just reading out from the stream. I love the feeling of finding something that you just need when you're not over expecting it. Like the game just said. What I call streamer loot, Alan. Yeah. Though, at the moment, I don't think on this server you find less of it because that nasty server owner took a lot of the stuff out and took all those rewards out of zombies' bodies, didn't he, Mark?
Uh-huh.
Now, well, yeah, a tin of tack back is, or a box of nails is a major find. That's about the truth of it, Alan. And 5 minutes later you get killed. Yeah. That's the DayZ we all know and love. Let's do it. This will either go according to plan, or we'll be on the beach. Hopefully it'll go according to plan. Mate, it must be so annoying for you. You got there and went there and it teleported you back to the ice.
Yep.
I did feel for you.
Yep, lost card, the NAC card, the modulator, the extender, the DMR, the FAMAS.
And I was like, and when you first said it, I was like, oh, that must mean I've done something wrong setting it up. And then when Cookie went, oh no, it does teleport you sometimes to the ice, I was like, oh, thank God for that. It wasn't my fault then.
It's
Alan says it's that's brutal.
yeah, it was the server restart that did it.
Okay.
To be fair, I would have, if the server hadn't restarted, I made it back with enough time for the stuff not to despawn. I would have, if the server hadn't restarted, everything would have still been there. But because it restarted, it deleted the stuff that was on the floor.
Okay. Not okay, but I know it's not. Yeah.
It is what it is. Now I've got to go back to the oil rig and the sub. In a suit with no storage space.
But can't you leave your suit in base?
No, well, yeah, but then I'd have to take full NBC.
But for the sub you could, couldn't you?
Well, theoretically, for the sub and the rig, I could just wear an NBC suit and leave the suit in the base, yeah.
Alan, the other day that the server started made me laugh out loud because it said 5 minutes. Oh, I'm not reading that out, but yeah. Okay. And that's no... I'm not reading it out because this gets recut and edited and put up as a part of my episodes, and they don't get to see the chat. They'll just hear me read it out. and they'll be wondering what concept that's all about. So, not to offend anyone that might be watching my streams and not know why I'm saying it. Right, I need to go that way, I believe. Yeah. Come on, marker, up here. Where are you? Over there. Okay. Merv is live. Excellent. Comedy moments in the game are awesome, aren't they? The little things. Mart and I used to play on the same server. Well, we still do play on the same servers, but the same server a while ago as part of a team. And I'd made some suggestion about the explosives. What did I say? What was it, Mark? We ended up having aggressive Play-Doh was.
Yeah.
It was the C4 was renamed as aggressive Play-Doh, which is awesome. I'm going to that place I haven't been to yet, Mr. Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Currently looking for white fluffy things.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine they might be a problem.
Nah.
I'm trying to judge how often I need to have a fire and when I need to have a fire. Virus, say hi from me, please. Right then. So I'm working at the moment out to my chat that when my health starts to drop, it's time for a fire. Mark will be shaking his head now because he'll know the exact time and which snow dune you have a fire behind on this run. Whereas this will be the first time I've ever done this run on my own. On any server.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Keep your eyes open to the east.
And the west. Yep.
Yep.
And anywhere in between.
Yep.
So I'm starting to lose health, so it'll be time for a fire in a second. I'm trying to remember, the last time I ran here was probably with Mr. Mart a long time ago. And there would have been like a hill that we probably took cover behind to have a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, the only risk you've got is freezing to death or burning to death. So don't lay down in your own fire. Or bumping into another player or a polar bear. But apart from that, life's good. So, I think we're going to go for our first fire here. Fire number 1.
God.
God?
Good luck.
Why?
EVR.
Oh, it did a fucking stupid thing and it put a fucking bandage in the wrong fucking place. You stupid bloody game.
You love DayZ, really.
Oh, you bloody stupid chuffing thing.
How far are you from your destination?
I'll work that out in a second once I finish flapping.
Okay. Because my suit's just told me that there's an EVR coming.
Oh, another one.
Mm-hmm.
Too far, probably. Actually, no. Let's go for what I've always been told to do is put that there. That there. Right. This supposedly light the rag and then combine the stick with it. Means you don't need to make a fire. There we are. That's that done. And that off there. Where did it put those fucking matches? There. I hate that when that happens. It's so very annoying. The other day I wasn't paying attention. I got killed by my own campfire. Yeah. I need to get them dried out. Oh, I hear it. So that's going to be two storms right next to each other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Joy. It wasn't you that started the storm, was it?
Nope. I haven't got a card anymore, have I?
Okay, there's that one thing you need to fix in your inventory. It's a glitch where things are not going where they're supposed to go. So annoying. And the fact that we all have it in different places. Right, then how far do I have to go? I have to get to there before the storm hits.
How far is it?
1.5 grid squares. 1.5 miles.
Easy.
Yeah, as soon as I got the plus symbol, I'll go for it. When I get there, do any of the buildings have a fireplace in them?
They all do. The Quonsets.
Okay. Okay, that's the fire out. Right, do it. This will either work or it won't.
You'll be good.
I should have emergency morphine with me.
You're really actually quite funny now.
Why?
Well, I've come out of the place that I was in.
Yeah.
So I'm about K away from A1, the orb.
Yeah.
If no one presses the button and I jump in the orb,
Yeah.
it will randomly teleport me somewhere out on the ice.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Wouldn't that be good?
No.
Ping, hello.
Hello, bang bang. Yeah?
Mm.
You with your fucking suit. I suppose you need a new AK.
I might try it, you know.
I mean, you might get teleported to that.
It might get me near
camp.
the sub.
Yeah, or near the sub. It might be a route to get where you need to get for your next bit.
Fuck it. Let's go for it. Got plenty of time. I'll do some. I can boil some water before I get there.
Okay, so I need to cross here. What I always find amazing, Alan, is whenever I watch anyone stream and they've got their inventory hotkeys set up differently than mine, and I sit there thinking, how do they do it? And I'm sure everyone looks at me and goes, why do you do it that way round? I get lots of comments about why my bandage is so far away from my hotkeys. Imagine if they did an update. So I also play Scum, where you have to manage that in Scum. You have to go to the toilet. And when Scum comes to 1.0 release, it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation as well. So then you will have something where you have to manage going to the toilet. And if you don't wipe yourself afterwards, it attracts zombies. Which is why I imagine that we're getting so many updates towards updating the engine for X and PlayStation as well, because they realise that could be a threat. Because on PC it's not massively, but when it comes to X and PlayStation, how many players are going to switch to Scum because suddenly they've got a more advanced version of DayZ in a roundabout way? I don't play it a lot. I can't play a game that's like DayZ as well as DayZ. You see, you told me I'd make it, and this storm is getting closer.
Loads of time.
Yeah, no, look up Scum, because it is coming to X and PlayStation. It's amazing. It is amazing, but it's hardcore. Yeah, you'll love it. If you like DayZ, you'll love Scum. Very, very similar in some concepts, but Scum takes it to a whole new world of pain. Scum, you're a prisoner on an island. There's only one island with multiple biomes on it. Whereas you survive, you base build, you raid, you die a lot. But it's amazing. But it's not the sort of game I can do both. And when it comes out to X and PlayStation, it will do very well on X and PlayStation. There's been nothing like it so far. And they're very close to the X and PlayStation release. Everything that you'd want to do on in DayZ on console happens on Scum. A stat breakdown where you have to manage like individual calories. Yep, that's Scum for you. Yeah, you have to eat the right foods or you'll get fat, and if you get fat you can't climb over things and shit like that. And also they have a mechanic in there, so if we were both playing on the same server and you were playing in third person and I was playing first, it automatically, if you're trying to use third person to look round cover, the game engine gets rid of me, so you can't see where I am. So it stops that third person advantage. How are we doing for this where we need to be? We're nearly there. Mark was right.
You've got loads of time. The beeps aren't that fast on my new one, so you're good. Apart from the fact that I'm about to jump through it. So I might end up,
I'm here.
in your back pocket.
Yeah, that's alright. We can share a fire, can't we? Yeah.
Oh, can I make it? Can I make it from there?
Are you nearby?
Or does it need to be a bit bigger? No. I'm just trying to work out whether I can actually jump. I did have a thing where I got everything and I went to jump into the orb. And then I realised I had not enough stamina, and I couldn't jump far enough. But I didn't realise that after the second jump. The first jump I fell down and broke my leg. The second jump, I tried to walk off into it, but it still wasn't big enough. So I fell down and broke the other leg, and then died.
Sorry, I was just hiding from things that make horrible noises. Well,
Big enough? Oh, that's got to be big enough now.
I'd say it was worth it for this trip already.
Where's it put me? Oh, that's rubbish. Oh, well, that didn't work. You're safe.
Okay.
It's put me at the helicopter crash behind Hillary.
Oh, okay. I got a stayer and a set of MVG so far.
Nice.
Which arguably is worth coming here for, wasn't it?
Yep.
Don't want to go out there, there's lots of zombies. But I do need to deal with them because I need to search the rest of this place. Do the polar bears do the same thing as normal bears?
What do you mean?
As in, are they attracted to gunfire?
I don't know whether or not the better bear mod affects polar bears. I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm about to find out if I press fire, aren't I? I know, an awful lot of zombies. So, Alan, I've got a bear upgrade mod on the server that makes bears more aggressive, and I have no idea if they also have a problem with if they upgrade polar bears. But I'm about to. Find out. Another AK. We don't want that. What we want is we'll take that. There's one way to find out. Open fire. Yeah, exactly. If I put we'll find out after this storm's come through. Once I've finished here, I'm going to want to go to there, roughly, and then home. Okay. What I really want is a better rucksack. That's what I really want. That's annoying, but we're going to have to do it. Yeah, that would be huge. I was on the hunt for a better rucksack. Yeah, so I do have better rucksacks on this server. Obviously, you would have worked out by now that I also nerf the storage. And we do have a better rucksack mod for people when they can find one. But just finding an Alicebergen on here, or Parabergen as I'd refer to it as, would be massive. That in itself is massive. What have we got on? We've got field vest with 15 slots. That's got assault vest with 15. Probably better to go to the assault, because I can fit that other thing on. Let's get the heat up. Got a foul mag.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will get through this. I just need the storm to happen. Right, I'm just going to step away from the keyboard a second, guys, while I have a comfort break and hope that Mart isn't really outside the door about to shoot me. I'm back.
excuse me.
I see I wasn't shot that time. Don't need that one. Isn't it amazing that Alan was saying he loves the sounds of the storms and the ambient weather and stuff on here. Alan came from playing on PC and then ended up having to play on Xbox.
So he can't play this map.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That must suck.
Yeah. And I was never into Namalsk. I hated the server. Hated Namalsk, not the server, hated Namalsk. For some reason I'm quite embracing this one. Very atmospheric. Very atmospheric. Well designed. Right. Time for a sleep. Mark won't be asleep because he's got a special suit.
I am not asleep.
No. Where both Jag and I will be asleep, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was hoping to open one of these doors and find an unconscious Jag on the floor, but I didn't.
You got a piece of rope with you ready for that moment. I've got a plus symbol. Eventually I'll be able to get to build a new PC, which at the moment the cards, because living in California is too expensive. I get that. Irish, one of the guys that I stream with sometimes and certainly game with is in California. I understand your pain on that one. That will do. That is massive.
Anniversary t-shirt?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I put them into the code. There's only 10 of them on the server at a time, and if you die, you'll come in with one. Yeah?
Yep, not really planning on dying, but...
But Nice idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good idea.
I thought so. And we'll do the same on the next wipe.
Mm.
Right, I got what I came here for. I also have
Good.
an Alice backpack.
Even better.
Yeah. Now, we need to make it home,
Which way are you coming back?
whichever way I decide. Was that the answer you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I've learned, haven't I? A little bit. I'm coming back via the submarine. Is that the answer you wanted?
That's the right answer. Big balls. Come back by the submarine.
I don't have the stuff to light fires.
Oh, that's rather disappointing. Search the whole of Hillitree, and there's no fucking weapon cleaning kit.
Give him a gold star. Yeah. Mark and I have these conversations like, oh, where are you? Ah, you know, here and there. Yeah.
You don't happen to be coming, do you? Maybe?
Where?
You know, in that direction?
What direction's that?
Not that one. That would be very silly of you to come in that direction.
Would it?
Yeah. No. I think I am currently hiding in a tree.
So, did you know, Alan, that if you get a... You probably do, but you say you always learn something new from every stream that I do, and I don't know how, because you've been playing this forever. But if you get a animal skin, and you mix it with the lime, and then you get two of them, merge them together and mix it with the leather kit, you'll turn it into a larger rucksack. So it'll be like the large dry bag, but it'll be brown in colour. And it'll work like a large dry bag. There we are, there's my strange tip for the day. Which I didn't know until recently. Irish is on the server as well.
Is he?
Yep.
Ooh. It actually feels a bit smoother.
Does it? It should. I was hoping it would. I'm reading through all the data. It said if you're running Chernarus or Livonia with no mods, 8 gigs of RAM is fine. As soon as you add mods, between 6 and 20 people, you need 12 gig minimum.
Yeah.
Alan, I have a leaky mind. Really, that's something that I did not know, weirdly enough, but thank you. Yeah, and that's in the game mechanics. Certainly on sort of X or PlayStation, where you're limited on with no mods, being able to get a large rucksack from 2 kills and a bit of lime and a leather sewing kit to get, I think, a dry bag 60 slots, isn't it? But a 60 slot that's not camouflage, but might as well be, is massive. So 2 wolf kills, 2 deer kills, or 2 bear kills will get you the leather you need for it.
I would always advise you to go for the 2 bear kills.
2 deer kills, probably. We need to get to...
Ooh, a mine. Nah, I'm not playing landmine today.
No?
No. I haven't actually got the inventory to pick it up.
Ah.
All I want is a flipping weapons cleaning kit. Some of these doors are open.
Yeah, so there's your tip for today. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what next tip will have to be. But I haven't done it myself yet. I never lived long enough on a server where we kill an animal to think about doing it. On this server where we've nerfed everything, that probably would not be nerfed because it would see it as a different bag.
It's a good bag in it, unless you've changed it.
And I haven't.
I don't think the burlap bags are nerfed, are they?
No. And
I think they're standard.
the field backpack is nerfed because it's 72, isn't it? It's normally bigger than that.
90, isn't it?
Yeah, so but 72 on here is massive. I mean, okay, the 120 slotter that you fill up and can't run is massive. Have you guys ever checked out Star Citizen? Seems like a game that'd be fantastic to check out. I own Elite Dangerous, so, and I played the original Elite when it came out back in the 80s. That's my age. So I'm more of an Elite Dangerous person than Star Citizen. It looks like an amazing game. It's just.
Is that the forever beta alpha game that's never come out and people are still paying 400 quid for a model?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Whereas, while it stays in beta, people will keep paying more and more money to buy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's the reason it's still in beta, obviously. I'm also an Elite Dangerous player, but do not play it on Xbox. It's horrible. Yeah, So as part of the crowdfunding 3D, but I played the original Elite back in the day. It's the first game I ever played. The original Elite on a UK computer called a BBC B. Yeah, and Mark's old enough to remember BBCs, but he's not going to admit to it now, is he?
Ripped on.
And I went from a BBC to a Spectrum. Then I ran away and played in the army. And in the army, I bought myself an Amiga 500. And then I left the forces and decided I needed to have something. No, actually, I left the forces, and the first thing I bought was an Amiga 600. I don't know why. Then I decided I needed to get into PC. Oh, that's rough. Do you play with full flight hats, controls? No, keyboard and mouse. I don't play it enough to warrant having all the gear. I then went to my first PC, which was a Pentium 75. And then I had some weird, I don't want to say AMD, it would have been some IBM, would it be a Cyrex chip, Mark? Yeah.
Not aware of that one.
And then I had, there was something that came out called the Evergreen, which was plugged on top of the CPU and forced a basic overclock to it. I had that for a while, and then I started moving into Intels and AMD, swapping whatever I could afford. And I had one of the first Voodoo cards that came out when they suddenly sold us the world of 3D.
3DFX Voodoo.
Yeah. Which was amazing for the time.
OpenGL.
But I do remember installing Windows 95 off floppy disk and it taking forever. Or downloading the demo for the first Rainbow Six, which was 100 meg, and it took all night to download and no one could use the phone in the house. And if you were loading any adult content, by the time the page had loaded, you didn't want to look at it anymore. So I left the army and I went home, and Mum was like, "Why do you want your own phone line in your own room?" Yeah, you don't, Mum, you don't want me taking up the internet all the time for you when you want to use your phone. So I actually paid for my own phone line and put it into my bedroom. Back in the day of dial-up modems. Do you think you'll be able to run DayZ on a Linux? What spec?
I don't what?
Linux. Lennox. What spec's a machine? I think that's probably the... I mean, I've seen... I mean, there's ways, you know... If you use...
DayZ's not that intensive.
No. It's not...
It's not a big game. It's an old game.
Yeah. It'll run on old machines. You know, you might not have it as graphically as nice as this, but it will run on old machines. If you look on YouTube for somebody called Everyone Knows Dave, he's got a video of running DayZ on a Samsung mobile phone. Making a custom driver for custom servers, especially with the Linux drives. You can design what you want. I'm thinking of making a custom driver for a custom server. I don't really know much about specs. I'm still learning PC lingo for parts. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. I don't know without knowing the specifications, basically. But making, as Mark said, DayZ is not that intensive. And running a custom Xbox server off a basic PC or laptop that only you can connect to play, in inverted commas, single player, altering some of the settings you could do on a very basic PC, and then you could connect your Xbox to it. It's not overly difficult to do. There are plenty of files out there explaining it and YouTube videos talking through what to do. But it's one of those things that it seems it's going to be harder than it is. But it's about tinkering and knowing that you can't break it because it's just software. You might have to wipe and start again, but you can't physically break the hardware behind it. Hopefully. Mark's shaking his head now, thinking you could break the hardware. I would hope that you wouldn't.
What, you on about DayZ servers?
Yeah.
No, if you trashed it so much, if you like got it, it's an instance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right. So if you buggered it so much, you just tell the service provider and he'd wipe the instance.
Yeah. And if you're running it on your own laptop, you just wipe the code and start again.
Yeah, just delete the folder and put it on again.
Yeah. Alan, when I get back to base, I'll put a link on the chat for my Discord, and if you join the Discord, or if you're already in there and you message me, Looting Goblin, I will quite happily point you in the right direction for things like setting up an Xbox server, or what specs it needs to run for a PC.
I put the link into Discord in your YouTube chat, but I don't think it showed up.
Okay.
Because
no, it didn't.
Everybody ignored it.
Yeah, no, it didn't show up. Because I've got a setting in there that says no one can post links apart from me. Because otherwise you get the, "Hi, I really like your stream." Oh, you do? I sell advertising. Click, click, click. Screen filled up. Yeah. Yeah. Or, yeah, not interested in that. Right, we need to get home. That would be amazing. Yeah, no, you can happily join the Discord. And if we can be of any help, I mean, while you're on X, we will help. And as you said, at some point when you get a PC, we would love to have you on the server. I will be running server builds now going forward. There'll always be small survival servers. Other people do PvP servers far better than me. But I'm more than happy to have small survival builds. And we can introduce you to our other resident Californian on the Discord, though he does play on PC.
California. I bet that's really annoying. Everybody does that, don't they? Can't remember what it was. A program on it.
You know me in programs.
The OC.
The OC. I haven't watched.
Wife used to watch it religiously.
Ah. I agree, Alan. It's all about networking and enlarging your gaming group. You know, that the fact that you're on Xbox now doesn't mean that in the future you won't be on PC, or somebody in our group might have an Xbox and still have a copy of DayZ on it. I have an Xbox account with a copy of DayZ on it, just no Xbox. I have a PlayStation 5, I just don't use it. Mark's nodding his head going, I knew that would happen. Yeah. 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 I did play it for about a week though, before it got put away. And I did have a when not the latest Xbox, when the Xbox before came out, I bought that. At the time, I only had a gaming laptop. I had a very basic laptop. Didn't have a gaming PC, and I bought the Xbox because I thought, actually, this is a cheap way for me to get back into gaming with something that I can actually game on. And very quickly worked out it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I bought a cheap PC and sold the Xbox and bought a graphics card to stick in the cheap PC. I got myself a 960 that I turned the Xbox into. But I'd gone for a lot of years with gaming on an old beaten up laptop, and all I really played was Lord of the Rings Online, plugged into a telly. And now my PC is slightly more powerful than it was then. Still getting strange graphical things on my screen, Mark.
Strange graphical things?
Yeah, so not in gaming, but in Windows, randomly I'll get black and white squares on the screen.
Didn't even know you were getting that.
I have been for over a year since I put the 80 in.
In the Windows GUI, you
Yeah.
get black and white screens, but not when you're gaming.
Little black and white squares. It'll like be a 2-inch block, and it will flash up for a second, then flash off. And I've looked it up, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's your graphics card. That's your problem. It'll be happening in everything." No, it only happens in Windows. Oh, it'll be an overheating issue. No, that's fine. Oh, it'll be a driver, and everyone's gone through the normal. It will be this. It will be this. I've done a format. Still happens. I've swapped the cables over for the power supply and for the PSU. So, yeah, PSU. Still happens. I've redone the thermals. Still happens. That's what
Oh, you've not redone the thermals on the graphics card, right?
No. Because I've never redone thermal on a graphics card.
No, I wouldn't even bother trying.
No.
People, well, you can do it because people put water cooling on it, don't they?
Yeah.
Put an EK block on it and then it becomes water cooled. Is it the whole screen or is it just a random
Just
flashy square?
a random spot of normally 2 inches by 2 inches. And it's up for a second and then gone. And it doesn't happen all the time. Just now and again. Only happens within Windows or like Word and stuff like that. Never happens in game. Never happens if I'm watching TV on the monitor.
Weird.
But it's only happened since I could put the 3080 in. And it could be, yeah. I bought the 3080 new, but
I mean, that's not going to be a fault thing with the 3080,
no.
Is it? I don't know whether or not, like, go down the route of seeing which like where your what's the word? Come on, Mark, talk. There's like the different, almost like the power supply rails, but the things, not the rail. Well, there is that, I suppose. You could look at what rails the PSU's in compared to your motherboard.
Okay.
And isolate them.
Yeah.
And then there's also that. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but when you where you plug your NVMe in.
Yeah.
What slot it's taking compared to what your PCIe slot.
That's a fair point. So, yeah, so that could be the issue. That's actually a really good point. Because my motherboard means I have to run my graphics card as PCIe 3, not PCIe 4.
Right.
Because I don't have the board to run two things.
You don't have two Gen 4.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I built mine,
so that could be it, couldn't it?
Clutching at a bit of a straw, but I suppose.
Yeah. And actually, that's probably not this year, but that will probably be the next logical upgrade, because the next logical upgrade would be a CPU swap. And this is, it's not, but you and I have the limit on our boards with our CPU. We could go to the 550, couldn't we? But there's no point. Or the 950, sorry, but there's no point.
Have we got the same board?
No, we've got the same CPU, but not the same board, I think.
Right.
And out to my chat, I realise I'm ill and I'm losing health, but I also realise that if all goes according to plan, quite soon I'll be able to have a fire. Being cryptic because Mark.
You don't need to worry about me. Worry about Irish.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about Irish. He'll
just be he'll be hiding in a bush waiting for you. You won't know which bush. Irish is very good at hiding in bushes. I've seen him.
And Alan, yeah, Lord of the Rings Online is still out there. It's an amazing game. It was an amazing game when you paid monthly for it. When they made it free to play, I don't think that added to the game. But I used to play a lot of it. Right, I'm home. Which is good.
Are you?
Yeah.
What, as in base?
Yeah.
Not bad. Congratulations on your first trip to the ice.
I know. I did it. I do need a fire now, and I do need some meds.
And you've probably got frostbite.
Yeah. I've got
Have you?
frostbite. Yeah.
Not enough fires then.
Frostbite in face, hands, and feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were wet for too long.
Yeah. But even when I die, I've got better gear now.
Mm-hmm.
So that was worth
Are you
it.
going to run outside and kill yourself?
No.
Okay.
But I'm going to go out and do a bit of looting, general looting, while leaving some of the stuff at home. Yeah. But I'd say that was a good trip.
Yeah, it's a good trip. Sub next.
Yeah.
I think it was actually a... I know Cookie said that my trip wasn't a good idea, or was insinuating that it was the wrong way around.
Yeah.
But getting everything that I needed for the rig, going to the sub and then the rig,
Yeah.
means that I didn't need to do 2 trips.
Yeah.
Even though I did in the end, because that's where the locator module is.
Alan, that was quite funny. When I moved into my base, Mark knows where I'm living anyway, but when I moved into my base, I had to run up a lot of stairs, and he said, never skipped on leg day with all those stairs. I do need, though, we're going to need meds. Some of that. We're going to need to cut something up to make a Udemy flip.
I know this sounds really bad, but I could do with a bear.
Really? You need the meat, do you?
Yeah. I spent so long in A3, land to A3, back to A3, back to A1, that all the meat in my fridge had gone mouldy. I'm out of supplies.
Dropped them all in there, and I didn't want them in there, but that's life. So, if you die, it's okay, and just blame Mart. No. When I die, it's my own fault. I'm not used to the game yet. We're getting there. We're getting better. We need to think what we're leaving at base and what we're taking out. That needs to be saved for special occasions. That needs to go into there. That needs to be saved for special occasions. Let's get our heat up and dry some clothes out. We're not going to fight off this frostbite, we know that.
Can he do that, Captain?
No, every death has been a learning opportunity. I can say that maybe once or twice. It's not my fault. Every time I die in DayZ, it's my fault. Sometimes it's a server being a server, isn't it? That's just life. But normally it's my fault.
What happened to my first job? What was that? Did I die? Oh no, the first time I went all the way to A3, didn't I? And with the concrete impression that the locator module was in A3, because it always has been when I used to play Namalsk a lot.
Yeah.
And I got there and it wasn't there. And then when I went and did some research, found out it was at the oil rig. Like, oh, just been there.
I think, Alan, one of the reasons I love the game is it's a learning curve that seems to go on forever.
Does that fit in there? I just found a 60-round Stanag mag.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
I haven't got anything to put it in.
You might find something to put it in at some point. So I've got my rucksack on the floor because I need to... There we are. It's dry now. It's not going to solve this problem. Is it night time already?
Yeah.
These nights seem to get quicker than even after the time that we dealt with it. We need to drop some supplies off. Let's make life easy for ourselves, so let's... There you go. Our character will die, but once I've sorted this out, then I'll put the message for the Discord across for you. Drop the fish off. Probably not take that out because I don't want to lose that. Most of this gear we don't want to lose, let's be honest. Let's get our plus symbol, we've got that. Right, let's go and lie down next to the fire and get your Discord link sorted. There's a Discord link for you. Work out what we're doing. Put that away. Certainly put that away. That away. That away. That away. That needs to go away. That's that. They can go with us. That one can go away. That spare mag can go away. That's annoying. Potentially go away. That can go on. That's all right. That's not a problem. Got it. I appreciate that. Thank you a lot. Thank you. Thank you. It's really relaxing streamer to chat with you and your crew. It's pleasant and very much appreciated. Not a problem. We'll all try and help you with that sort of people. We ultimately want to get you playing DayZ on PC again, but we'll all do all we can to help you get there, and we'll help you on Xbox if we can. That one on there. That one needs to come there, and they need to be purified. So on this map, when you catch frostbite, which I have because of these white symbols behind these items, you can't cure frostbite, and you lose a percentage of health, which you'll never get back. nothing we can do about it apart from die and start again. We need to take off that one. There. So what I'm doing now is I'm swapping out the clothing I can swap out for stuff that I don't mind losing when I die, because I know that's going to have to come. It would be nice to be able to swap my pants or my trousers, but unfortunately I don't have a replacement pair. But I know where I can pick up more Jaeger gear from, so that's okay. The helmet won't get taken out with me on this run, because I don't really want to lose my MVGs. You agree with that, Mark?
Yeah, don't lose your MVGs.
No. But and that there. So
You got 2 sets out there, right?
only 1 set of MVGs.
Really?
Yeah. I got a filled backpack, MVGs, a replacement battle vest, a stayer, some big mags, a ghillie suit.
Right.
But the big Bergen was worth it for me.
So I got 2 sets of MVGs every time I went. Luck of the draw, I suppose. But
And there might have been another set in there somewhere, but I just don't know. We need to leave that behind as well. Because I don't want to lose that sort of stuff. Really do leaving that behind. That needs to go with us. They can stay behind. Let's do that one. But we won't be doing anything while it's still night time. We'll wait for it to be morning before we go out. Let's grab another log from the fire.
I'm out. It's a lovely night.
Yeah. I lost my fishing rod because I threw that away when I picked up extra weapons to bring home. But that seemed like a fair option. Poor old Irish is fighting out there. Oh no, he'll be in his house, won't he? So what is your opinion on laptop building? I'm thinking that I want a laptop because I don't have much room. Where should I start? Oh, God. Yeah.
For gaming?
Yeah, the trouble is with a laptop is not that upgradable. So you might be better off with a small box unit plugged into the television, even though that's not as good as a monitor to start off back into PC gaming. because at least it gives you some upgradability.
Some of the flat screen TVs are quite good for monitors.
Yeah.
It's just the refresh rate that they don't have
Yeah.
compared to a monitor, but some of them are alright.
And yeah, so that would be my. The trouble is with laptops is they sound that you can pay a lot of money for a laptop and it can have great spec, but same with anything PC, by this time next year it's out of date. But at least with a PC, you can, once you've got it, you can upgrade it. That being said, laptop will do the job fine. Get the right one, but it's the spec, and you'll pay more for the spec on a laptop than you would for this equivalent in a box unit. But I can certainly, if you join the Discord and ask lots of computer questions, there's Mart and I that will happily answer them all day long and try and point you in the right direction. Not all day long. But we can work out what the minimum spec you need to run DayZ and stuff like that, and probably find some places in the States that will sell it that aren't going to screw you over.
Yeah, I don't know many selling sites in the US. Is it Newegg?
Yeah.
Newegg's one, is it?
I think so, but we can certainly look at what's been sold over there and see that it's not a stupid price.
And the other thing is save some money, and get a semi decent spec that's going to run the games you want to run.
Yeah.
From someone like Stints, where they build PCs for you, like Stints Built, or what's that one that Asmongold owns? Starforge.
I mean, but equally,
some of those are quite reasonable.
But building your own PC isn't overly scary once you get your head around it. It's not as scary as it looks. If you can make Lego, you can build a PC.
I wouldn't say it was as easy as Lego.
The scariest thing with building a PC is the fear that you're going to break something when you screw things in.
Usually fitting the slotting the CPU in and then fitting the cooler on top, whatever type of cooler it is.
Yeah. For me, putting a motherboard in, every time I put the motherboard in, I'm like, have I done something wrong? Is it not going to work? Is it going to break? Just hate it. But there is another option. There's GeForce Now, which, while not brilliant, if you've got fast enough internet, you can stream. So you have DayZ, you own it on Steam. You have a GeForce Now account. You can play up for an hour for free, just a free account, and you can then log into your Steam account via that, and you play it over the internet via the NVIDIA servers. And then you can play it on any spec laptop basically any spec laptop, as long as you've got the internet to run it, and it runs it all over the internet. And that could give you an hour of gaming on PC DayZ at any point. They have then paid accounts where if you pay you can have more than an hour's worth of gaming at a time, and that's running on the latest NVIDIA hardware. It's not going to be as good as having your own PC there because you're relying on the internet, but it is a way of doing it. And Cookie, who we sometimes stream with and game with, quite often game with actually and stream with, he started off on GeForce Now with DayZ. And he only stopped doing it really because he worked out he couldn't stream it and game it at the same time. So if you have the internet speed, that's quite a good way of doing it. Because then you don't need a state-of-the-art machine to do it. Okay, our fire's gone out. Is the sun coming up yet? It's starting to. Arguably, what we should be doing now is thinking about committing suicide. I just hate committing suicide in DayZ. Just because we've got something that's not curable. don't like doing it, but I think it's going to have to happen. To bite that bullet and do the right thing.
For sake.
What? Another storm?
There is another storm coming, yeah. Now I'm bitching because I got hicked just as I got to my base.
Ah.
And then I got hammered by zombies. And they've ruined my belt. You know, the usual. I need to put this somewhere. Put that in there. Put that in there.
Mark, I remember distinctly you complaining that we didn't have enough storms on here.
No. There's plenty of storms when you don't want them.
Yeah.
There's no fragging storms when you need it.
But we've had 3 storms in 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Just having a quick check of the roof in case there's a freebie rifle. I never knew rifles spawned on the top of here, but Mark informed me that, yeah, there we are, a CR527 and a mag.
What's that?
Rifles on the top of the roofs of the apartment blocks.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to let Nintendo players play DayZ, bring it to Switch. I don't think that would work. Nintendo would never allow something this bloody, would they?
Not enough fluffy rabbits in this game for Nintendo.
Yeah. The reason we're not caring at the moment about the fact that we're bleeding and we're running around naked is because we're about to deal with the problem of having frostbite in one foul swoop. And I realise that the next life might not work because the storm's coming in, but that's fine. The life after that probably will. You are dead.
No.
Right, spawning in. I think you'd have to hack a switch. Oh, Irish's house.
Raided.
No, if he's home, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, Irish, I seek shelter. Yeah? Irish, I seek shelter. Irish, are you home? He's got the solar panels in here and everything now. And a trash can. Irish!
Nice.
Mr. Irish! Why is there a policeman zombie at Irish's?
Dragged it back from get police near, you know, the industrial
Up the road.
up the road. Jalavisco Industrial. There's a police thing there, isn't there? Maybe he dragged it all the way back.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think I need that for the time being. Oh, yeah, well.
It's just a flesh wound. Yeah, I need to get my hands covered and face covered quickly. Is that covered now? Just gloves we need. I've got to go, guys. Good luck with the rest of your stream. I will check in later if I can. If not, I'll see you guys on the next stream and on Discord. Thanks for being here, Alan. Massively appreciated. I will be on again this sort of time tomorrow and most of the weekend. But look forward to chatting on the Discord and seeing you soon. Thanks for being here. Need some clothing to rip up for gloves. Do. Good to know where Irish is hiding to.
Probably out exploring.
I know what he'd be doing. He'd be saying, now the voices are coming.
Oh God, it's the children.
Yeah. Yeah. You know it. Irish, if you're here, I'm about to walk in your house. Oh, no, that's the book I gave him. I gave Irish The Hound of the Baskervilles. I find my rags. What happened now is the storm will knock me out and Irish will kill me because he's got the suit and everything. Yeah? And little do we know he's been to Lantia, got everything, and he's fully geared.
Oh yeah, I've been there, chaps. That was boring.
Yeah, yeah. No, happy. He's put up pictures in his little base. He's got lights up and pictures, and it's awesome. No front door, obviously, yet. He's waiting for Savvy to come on to talk him through front door building.
Right.
Because I said I helped him do the flag and talked him through what to do, but I said I can't do the same with the door for you.
Yeah.
That has to be someone else that helps you on that. That's going too far. I need this storm to finish so I can think about getting home. He does need to learn how to do these doors because he's got like 13 sheets of metal. He's all ready to go.
You got the nails and shit?
I believe he's got a code lock. He told me he's got a code lock hidden away somewhere.
Right.
He doesn't leave it in his base, so he's learnt not to put that in his base with no door locked. Yeah?
Mm.
And I did drop nails off for him at some point. But somebody might have stolen them by now, mightn't they?
Yeah.
Right, I'm sorry, Mr. Irish. I'm going to have a fire. You nice and awake?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a sleep. Now I'm awake. I just need the plus symbol. And then it's time to make for home. Well, Irish is still on the server, so he must have laid down somewhere.
Mm.
Which is good. I did teach him the trick with the lockpicks for locking doors, but explained that it's not perfect. Actually, he might be down fishing. I need to go and check he's alright. It's a fair point. 'Cause he doesn't do fishing like you and I would.
But
He rests something on his mouse key.
no,
No, he's not lying down in his fishing spot. Yeah. You have to check these things, don't you?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try and get home. I'm done with the rucksack. There's a bloody anvil. Server restart at 10 p.m. The restarts must be reasonably on track then at the moment. So it would have been 6 p.m. the last restart.
Is it 4 hours?
I thought it was 6 hours, but maybe I don't know. I thought it was 6 hours. So no, not on track at all. I need to look at that for the next wipe and get it right. Right, can we have some nice weather just for me to get home?
Pig.
Pig?
It's not as filling as a bear, is it?
Nah. But it's food. That the pig that's replaced your wolves that used to be your pet wolves.
Maybe you're right. The problem is I'm going to create an awful lot of noise killing a pig.
Is it near to your house or is it out on the ground?
No, it's out on the ground.
Are you in bear areas?
No.
Do the other person that could be a problem for you, do you think they're likely to be armed well enough and a good enough PvPer to be a problem?
No.
There's your answer. Kill the pig. Yeah.
Yeah. Killed the pig. Where's the pig?
If you press pause break and you saw people on here that we don't know their game style, that might be a different situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's also cheating.
yeah.
I need the meat. I've got to cook it. I've got to kill it. I'm out of silencers.
And 1.24 silencers are going to matter so much more, aren't they? At last.
Really?
So at the moment, obviously, it's a 2.2 pistol is the only thing that worth shooting zombies with because the other ones aren't attracted.
Right.
With 1.24, any pistol with a silencer will do the same.
I'm going to put water in here.
So
Boil it.
with 1.24, having a 9mm, having a Glock with a silencer is going to be as good as having a 2.2 for killing zombies in zombie-infected areas. It's not going to attract other zombies. They're making silencers actually work as silencers.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean suppressors?
Yeah, suppressors work as suppressors, yeah.
Right.
So
it's still going to be fairly loud, but just not as loud.
But it's not going to attract zombies.
Oh.
So it'll be more viable going into a zombie-infected area with a pistol and suppressors.
Right.
But it means people will be thinking more about carrying a suppressor.
I always carry one anyway. If I've got one. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
So your go-to is always a pistol suppressor or a...
Yeah. At the moment, it's if I can't get the 2.2 pistol, I don't really bother about using it against zombies unless they're on their own, because I know that it will probably attract their friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas with 1.24, it'll be, I'll have a pistol with a suppressor, please, because that will work. If you're in a crowd of zombies, just picking them off one at a time is not going to attract the others. As long as they don't see you. Which isn't a bad thing.
Right, I need water.
Yeah, I just filled up on a load. Could do with that with meat, but I've got nowhere to carry it.
From water.
I could do with a rucksack, because I'll pick that up. No. Need to make it home. That's what I need to do. Make it home because then Sunday's episode we get new stuff to do. So you think it's a bit smoother with this extra RAM?
It certainly feels it. I mean, up until the point at which I ran back into my base area, and then literally I had a huge lag spike.
Yeah.
As I was next to my base, which is, you know, DayZ in it. I mean, I wouldn't say I've got a shed loads of stuff in my base, but it's reasonably well equipped.
Yeah.
So I got that lag spike, and then I got kicked because I did it so fast. If I'd have approached the base a bit slower, given it time to load, rather than shocking it.
As I said, what I'll do is when I pay for at the end of the month for the next month's worth, then we'll switch it to probably a 10 slotter. We've never had more than 5 people at a time playing this. We've got.
Be nice to have a queue, wouldn't it?
We've got 32 players that have been on, but most of those 32 come on for about 10 minutes and we never see them again. Yeah. Our dedicated stay on because they love how hard it is and the challenge it gives them. But there's no point paying for the extra £3 a month for that, just to make it look like a 20 slotter. I'd rather have it as a 10 slotter that was 50% full most of the time. That's not to say I won't upgrade it in the future, and at the moment, because I'm paying monthly, when we switch to the new server, I'll buy a year's worth of server as one hit.
Can you alter it in that period?
No, so you can't. What I paid monthly stupidly, thinking that you used to be able to go halfway through. You could like pay a couple of months monthly and say, "Oh, I'd now like to have a year's worth," and it would give you the 15% discount for the year.
Right.
But now it won't. So I'd have to stop the server and start a new server, or open a ticket and say, "I now want to upgrade the server to a yearly ticket," and see what they say.
Yeah.
And then I get 15% discount off it, which is probably worth doing because I know I'm going to keep the server going. It works. It's a good idea. It works well. I'm enjoying making content on it. I'm enjoying the fact that every 3 months we'll bring in something new for people to play on, and give all of us a different challenge. You're going to enjoy collecting scorpions' tails, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you don't have to collect them through scorpions. You can just collect them through raiding other people.
I might try rounding them up and hand grenading them.
Yeah. It's like I see an Irish who will play it. Is likely to make his scorpions realistically by offering to do stuff for people and charging scorpion tails for the work. Cookie is going to make his scorpions by blowing people's doors in, isn't he?
Well, he hasn't blown anybody's doors in yet.
Yeah, but we're putting explosives on the next one. I mean, there won't be lots of them, but they will be available. Because there's no end game. There's underground, but it's not like now end game. But I'll talk to you and Cookie off stream about the areas I'm intending to put under permanent gas and see what you think.
Oh.
Bugger. Time for a sleep. Pinned into a wall by zombies. Oh, I'm fucking dead. Bastard.
The zombies?
I think I was shot.
Eh?
I knew zombies were taking me out,
Hmm.
but I think I heard a little tap of a round.
Did you? I shall run towards north for revenge.
Yeah, it's all right. I was a metre from safety. Happens, doesn't it? Hi there, Ashes. Thanks for popping in. Massively appreciated. You just caught me at the end of the stream, but always good to have you here. Yeah, so I was flashing red anyway, and I was about to die, but if I'd got to where I was aiming to get to, then I could have bandaged and dealt with the problem. And then I was close enough to home to then get some food once I'd got up the ladder, realistically.
Right.
But just as the zombies were behind me and you're hearing the swipe and you know you're bleeding, I heard what sounded like a suppressed shot.
Right.
So I don't know whether someone was tapping me in the back of the head.
Or potentially trying to help you
Yeah.
and miss the zombie.
Yeah. What the hell is that upper tower? Is that a fridge? Spawned in a... Yeah, it's a fridge that spawned inside a high seat.
What? Bill?
Yeah. Oh, that problem will be gone next time, won't it? Because what can't be built will come on airdrops. Yeah, basically. The only kits will form on airdrops. Everything else people have to make themselves.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense. That zombie, she can just walk off as far as I'm concerned. She does not need to come and see me now when I'm ripping up a t-shirt. She can mind her own business. So, Ashes, basically, my character, I came back from Outpost with frostbite, so I had to commit suicide. I didn't have to, but it seemed sensible to commit suicide. Which is what I did. And now we're slowly making our way home. And this will go wrong again. My brain's not in it, is it?
Had a good run tonight, then.
Yeah,
Outpost and back, no issues.
but now I'm making stupid mistakes. More police have turned up. But it happens, Ashes, it happens. Once I get home and get re-geared and sort my life out, then I got some good stuff. I got an Alice backpack, I got some better weapons, I got MVGs, so it was worth it. And that means
And
that...
you did the right thing by not bringing any of that stuff out with you.
Yeah, 100%. It's about getting to where I want to get to on the wipe.
Mm-hmm.
Which, we're going in the right direction. My aim is not about getting to end game this wipe. I've got 2 months left before I wipe the server. My aim is to get to the point where I've got the suit made. That's where I'd like to be. Which means that when we come back to this in the future, Ashes, which will be next Christmas realistically, then I need a face covering. Feet, face, there we go. Then at that point, I'll know how to do that, so then I can take it a stage further next time. It's about learning for me. So I don't play very much of Namalsk compared to other people. And I'm getting there. That's like, I've just learned that the fork for killing zombies is about as much use as tits on a fish.
The farmer's fork.
Yeah.
It's quite good, but it's very different. You can't swing it like you would normally swing like a spade or a sledge.
Yeah.
Or an axe. It's a very specific. It's that long range stab action. It's got to stab the zombie at the end. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not used to using it. Like, I'm
No,
dying
it's a
again
pain.
now.
I fucking hate it. I see it. I tried it a few times and I'm like, no. So I don't pick them up anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather punch a zombie than try and stab it with a thing.
Right, I'm about to die.
I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody. I am running a very well trodden
Path.
path.
There's still 4 of us on. Ashes, pitchfork is useless. I would concur after my little experience then. I am about to die, I do realise that, which is why I'm going here. Die somewhere where you might be able to have a chance of finding your body, though the chance for the restart in 10 minutes is nil.
Depends where you respawn.
Yeah.
Can you not get back to base?
No. Not from where I am. I'm where we built a base at some point on when we ran it last time. With a large platform.
Large platform.
In that village where you go up the tower and you get onto an
Oh,
open
yeah.
platform. I'm on that open platform.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. If I'm gonna die, I might as well die up there. Which arguably, if you could, if Namalsk understood that when you build a third-party base, it can protect you from storms, as long as you've got a roof on, this would be the good place to build a base.
Well, if you are where I think you are, that is a really good place to build a base anyway. You're on about when we built in the tin part of it, and then built gates at the end.
The tin part with the ladders.
Or maybe we're not on.
I'm
about
on the
same
village
place.
on the left-hand side that has and you go up the, looks like a silo bin or factory. But I'm about to die, and it's not a problem. It fits about right. I die now, restart, run for a couple of minutes, see what we end up to. See if I get a spawn near enough for home to get home. Let's do a bit of a... Oh, it won't even let me commit suicide over the edge because I'm ill. That's a little bit unfair. Let's jump off this way, aren't we? There we go. You are dead.
Keep your eyes open for you now. I am in Spawnville.
I am 800 metres from home in Spawnville.
Oh, okay, nowhere near me then.
I'm just going to run straight for home. Because at home I've got fish. And a water bottle. Yeah.
Nice.
And clothing. And if I'm clever and use my heat pack now, then that should get me the heat to get me home. And if the server kicks me, the heat will kick in still. Gotta go, guys. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks, Ashes. I'll only be on for another 5 minutes anyway, so you just caught the end of it. But thank you for being here. Really, really appreciated. And I'm loving the shorts you put out at the moment. Really enjoying them. They do make me smile.
Somebody's been here. They've made a repair bench by a boat.
It's not me. But I know where you are.
Have you seen it?
I think so. I think I know where you are. I think you're... Yeah, I think I know where you are. Because you need to go off to where you need to go off to, don't you?
Yep.
So, that's the reason you're there. Yeah?
No, I'm just here to kill Irish.
or me as I run around the corner for the second time tonight. Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I found my body.
Cool. Oh, it's a megaphone.
Don't tell Savvy.
Oh, I should chuck a battery in it and start calling him. Or, what I could do, is go knock on his door and then say, listen, I need to log out. Can I have a room for the night?
Yeah. Right, I made it home, which is good. My door is locked. I think I will end my stream there, guys. I'll stay on chat for the moment, Mark.
Yeah.
I will catch you
Yeah,
all tomorrow
he's-
night if you tune in. Cheers, guys.